This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today is streak number 857 MTG Arena videos, days in a row with the one in best of one. Why they call me that? Because I play best of one a lot. Somebody's got to be the one. But check it out. Jeskai. Sweet Chin music. Sweet Chin Narset. People have forgotten very often about this Planeswalker, Narset of the Ancient Way. 1 and a blue and a red and a white. The -2 draws a card, discard a card, and then you kick something in the face for the amount of a creature or Planeswalker takes a high kick right to the face. For the amount of the casting cost of that spell, which is pretty cool. Because on one hand, for 4 mana, you get ramp and some life. On the other hand, you get a removal spell. And another card that works really well in a deck that's full of huge, expensive spells is Galazeth Prismari. So 2 and a red-blue for your 3/4 Strixhaven Dragon that makes a treasure, and now you can tap your artifacts for mana. The main thing that got me going with this deck is I wanted to play Narset. I wanted to play some of these huge spells. Galazeth helped with that. And then I figured out that Galazeth actually combines amazingly well in Best of One with Glass Casket. Because for 2 mana, you get this artifact that exiles Seasoned Hollowblade, Annex, and all these pesky things. And then later in the game, you get to tap it for mana with Galazeth to ramp you into your big spells. That's actually kind of busto. So the rest of the deck flowed from there, as we have 4 copies of Prismari Command, which can make more treasures, blow up artifacts, dig through the deck. It just does everything you want to do as a bridge spell in this deck. We've got 2 Mystical Disputes for those blue gamers. We've got 4 Bone Crusher Giants because it's Bone Crusher Giant and you just need aggro decks not to kill you. But something I'm absolutely loving in the deck is Draconic Intervention. This says you exile an instant or sorcery from your graveyard, X damage to each non-dragon creature, where X is the exiled card's value. If damage is dealt that way and the creature would die, you exile it instead, and then this gets exiled as well. So Galazeth is a dragon. So you can't exile Galazeth with Draconic Intervention, which is really nice. You can get your expensive spells into the graveyard a few ways. Prismari Command is a nice one, but the best is just to discard it and make treasures that you're going to use with your Galazeth anyway. Oh yeah, you can also discard spells to Narset. So Magma Opus, this is a very good Magma Opus deck. More Strixhaven cards. 4 damage, divided among the targets, 4/4 elemental. You've seen this card here, there, and in a number of videos now. In this deck, it can be a mana rock for Galazeth. It can be a huge discard to deal 8 damage to something with Narset. It can deal 8 damage to the whole board with Draconic Intervention. Pretty fun. We also have Seagate Restoration because we needed more huge spells and we got to hide some in our mana count. So if you discard a Seagate Restoration to Narset or Prismari Command, you can then use Draconic Intervention to exile it and deal 7 to the whole board. Very strong. And 4 copies of the Jeskai card of choice, Inspired Ultimatum. Because Inspired Ultimatum says that you gain 5, then you deal 5 to any target, then you draw 5 cards. And that is sweet. It's just sweet. I have 1 little copy of Elspeth Conquers Death. There's often things to hit with it, and of course that's great, but sometimes you need to get back your Galazeth, you need to get back your Narset, and it does combine pretty well with those cards. It's kind of just a filler, quite honestly, but there are fun things you can do, like you can play this exile something, say you have nothing in your graveyard, you can cast Prismari Command at instant speed in your draw step before the chapter 3 goes off, discard a Narset, a Galazeth, a Bone Crusher Giant, and then get it back for free. So those kind of combos are really fun, and they're just sneakily hidden in the deck. We only have 4 basics and 1 Fabled Passage, and that's because we wanted to run so many of these spell lands. Shatterskull Smashing, Seagate Restoration. If you're a big mana Izzet spells deck, these cards can do a lot of damage, so that's why they are what they are. So I'm excited to try this out in Best of One ranked today. Try to stick in the top 100. I think it will be rock solid against Mono Red. I think Selfless Savior is going to be a really annoying card for the deck to beat, but Glass Casket is a bit of a game changer there, so hopefully it helps out. I expect the Rogues matchup to be hard. I expect the Sultai Ultimatum matchup, if we get it, to be a slugfest, but I am more than ready, and I hope that we get to battle some Winota and some Mono Red, because that is, I think, right where we want to be. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. And this hand is pretty nice. Opus into Narset, potentially, if we want it. Opus into Narset if we wanted. Ooh. Oh. What are we up against? What are you? Grixis Pathway Gamer. Seems messed up. Opus into Galzeth Prismari. Also cool. Thrill of Possibility. Discarding Gorgida. That's too big for the Narset to kick. That's not good. That's not good. Wow, they actually went over the top of a potential Draconic Intervention Magma Opus if this Grixis player manages to reanimate that. So what do we do? If we have a Narset on the field and we play backup Narset, maybe we can double kick it. Wow. I can't believe I'm going to try that, but here we are. All right, so we'll minus and draw, and then decline to discard, because we need to get to more expensive spells. Because we need to be able to Narset and Narset. When you discard a non-land, damage. So we can discard this creature for 4, and then discard this for 7, and that will kill the 11/11. It's got to be Reanimator. Like, it has to be their plan to pull this out of the graveyard, and they have the Foretell Reanimation spell, I bet. So let's see if the opponent has anything else to do, or if this is like their... Are they just playing Tybalt's Trickery in a slower fashion? Looks like they are. So do we want to give up the Galazeth? Do we want to give up the Seagate Restoration? Let's draw and make that decision after we draw. Another Inspired Ultimatum. Alright, so I like Galazeth Prismari here getting me to cast some of these larger cards. So I think we want to hang on to like one Inspired Ultimatum. That's what we want to hang on to. Kung Fu Narset. Sweet chin music, baby. HBK has never kicked a taller individual. Now let's see if they get it back again. But do consider, if we hadn't set that up with the Narset the previous turn and sort of caught on to what they were onto, there's no way we would have gotten this off the field. What do I have in the deck? I have an Elspeth Conquers Death. Oh, stop. Wow, a turn late there. All right, how do we survive 11/11, trample you? We can deal 7 to it, and then we need to find 4 more. So we could minus this. And if we draw into a, what? Prismari command, we can kill it again. The thing is, they might just bring it back again, right? So maybe I'm supposed to spend a turn setting up. If they attack this, it's kind of 11 damage down the drain. So let's not.
Let me help you practice.
I don't think this is going to hit anything, but it can be a mana rock for Galazeth Prismari. Now we'll see if the opponent chooses to attack us 2-turn clock or the Narset. And also see if their deck does anything other than reanimate an 11/11. But yeah, we have the mana if Galazeth lives to cast Inspired Ultimatum next turn. If Galazeth dies, we have to top deck... It can't be blue. It has to be a non-blue untapped land. How do you want to roll Primeval Champion? Face. 11 points, face, no blocks. Ow. It's not actually a 2-turn clock if Narset lives, because Narset gains a little bit of life. But Prismari Command can be the other 2 points, which is definitely in this deck. I've seen this deck from time to time. I play this person. I think they're running this Grixis Reanimator list up here in Mythic like every day. And I've tried building it, and I don't want to play this deck. It's way too... I don't know. It's like bad Tybalt's Trickery, in my opinion. And I hate Tybalt's Trickery. I think this is worse. But we'll see. They can make me eat my words and destroy me here today in this game. They go for the Prismari Command. Yeah. Knew you'd do it. Mystical Dispute. Okay, this does damage to non-dragon creatures. And then we can... How much can we deal? We can deal 8. This can be 9, 10. Oh, that's so close. All right. What if we discard this? That's 3. Okay. Got him. I guess draw first. See what we draw. Second Intervention. Remember, this is going to exile. I think I need to keep this around, though, for possibly the next creature. Ew. Got him. Got him. Godzilla down. Pains me to do that. But it had to be done. There's only one alpha around here. Only one apex predator. Velomachus Lorehold is now... Velomachus Lorehold has entered the graveyard. We can't Draconic Intervention that. Pretty strong. Let's head to face. 5 life, 5 damage to you. Okay, we can tap it with an Opus. Attack. Down to 9. So, do you have another reanimation jutsu for the Hasty Dragon? And what will it hit when you reanimate it? Another reanimation spell? That gives it lifelink, doesn't it? Unbreakable Bond. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter. And it's going face. The opponent does not care about Narset, but Narset has kicked Godzilla out of the game twice. Seize the spoils. Discard Coma. I know the deck looks cool. Actually, it feels cool right now with what it's doing to me. Still don't like it. Still not into it. I have to remember, I can't use Draconic Intervention on the Lorehold. It's a dragon. This only does damage to non-dragon creatures. That's why my Galazeth is still alive. Are you gonna... What are you doing? Baleful Mastery my Narset. Oh, I guess you finally decided the Narset had to go. So we can discard the Opus or the Seagate Restoration and kick the Velomachus, but they can just get it back, potentially. They just keep bringing it back. Magma Opus can tap the opponent down, make it unlikely that they can reanimate. We can tap their black sources, right? That's probably the play. And how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's all my mana, and I have to shock? Gross. No, wait. I have you. So all but 1 mana. We're also getting to the point where we can Shatter Skull smash some things. So let's ramp with Casket, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't play a land. Okay. Get it together, get it together, get it together. I could try to trade the Galazeth. 2 damage, 2 damage. Not very good. This was a big mistake. If the opponent gets back Coma, what do I do? I don't know. Let's see what they hit here. They can make Coma indestructible, which is such a pain. They hit Draconic Intervention. All right, that... this is a dragon. This is a dragon. Swing and a miss. Happens to the best of us. We all make mistakes. I think I let this damage go. I can answer. I think I need to keep Galazeth. I need the mana, even if I'm going to miscount it. Yeah, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to recover and win this game. That's the bottom line. Okay. Let me try that. Looks fun. Too slow. Too ineffective. Yep, discard that Dream Trawler. Okay, do you have a way to get something else back right now? Mountain. Okay, we definitely have the mana for it this time. And we can still... We can't take out all their black sources like we could last time, but they couldn't do anything with 4 mana, so they need an untapped land to make a good play. Hope they don't have Mystical Dispute. Oh yeah. I guess we'll just tap their 1 blue. We have to tap the dragon. Killing the dragon just means they bring it back. Remember, guys, it has haste, so I just don't see any value in, like, Magma Opus plus Bone Crusher to kill it if they can just bring it back and haste it in anyway. I think it's better to tap it and then, like, kill it. Get them to spend their reanimation spell, then kill something else with Shattered Skull Smashing. Work our way through their stuff that way. Although Coma... How am I going to deal with Coma? How am I going to get those serpents out of the way so I can exile it? Whoa, Shadow's Verdict, okay. Well, you can see how it beats aggro decks. It has an anti-aggro slant that's pretty handy. We can Seagate Restoration. I just don't know if I'll draw into anything good. I guess we can Narset, try to kick this thing. But yeah, we're at the point now where we have to kill it. They'll bring it back. It's very sad. Draconic Intervention exiles, but it's a dragon. I can't stress enough that it is, in fact, a dragon. Do we smash it? I think it's just going to come back, but I mean, maybe we try. God, this is rough. I could also Seagate Restoration and try to draw the right answers, but there just aren't any good ones. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can still Seagate this turn. But we can't kill this. All right, let's do this. Do we have enough mana now without the Galazeth? Maybe it can block. I mean, it's kind of risky to let them reanimate this, right? But I'd rather they reanimate that than a Coma. It's so close to death, though. Yeah, I think I have to block. Oh my god, this game. What is this game? Sorry for all the roping. It's not a typical matchup. You gotta think through a lot of possibilities here. Alright, they play another Another lore hold. Let's see what they hit. How about Shadow's Verdict? You can have that. Okay. Good. Alright. I think it's time to block. Can't go that low on life. Mystical Dispute, a little bit late to the party.
Let me help you practice.
Play the Giant or hold up the Dispute? Dispute doesn't really counter anything here except maybe another dragon. But that might be what they have. Or a Dream Trawler. I think we just gotta let him have that. It's gotta be. We need this dispute to hit and be relevant. Come on. Of course, Coma I can't counter. Storm's Wrath. Well, bye-bye Narset. Feels bad.
You, friend.
Look at the sweepers. The deck came with a plan, but they don't have another Reanimator just yet. Oh, we're going after that. We're going after that. Leave them on empty. Try to gas up ourselves. Galzeth Prismari. Another Bone Crusher Giant, another Restoration. We really want the Prismari down. Blocks Velomachus Lore Hold, gives us the extra mana. Actually, if they get a Velomachus right here, we can Bone Crush it. Again. Pile it up. Bang! 5 life to go. No max hand size, by the way. Thank you, Seagate Restoration. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They drew something nice. And it's the lifelink one, so we can't burn them out. Alright, what do you hit? What do you got? Unbreakable Bond for Comb. Oh my god, it's not over! It's not over! I think it's over. Alright. $12, $13, $14, $15. Okay. Just gotta remember how to target, no big deal. Alright, so your face, submit, tap tap. We're going Burn Mage, baby. Opponent's thinking. Do they tap the Galzeth Prismari? Alright, so they're at 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Should be game. Boing. Make treasure. Again. Burn mode activated. Die. All right, reputation salvaged against Grixis. So close. So close to ideal rank. Boom. Opus Galzeth. We'll see. Guess Shattered Skull has to hit some stuff to be relevant. I don't know. Also pretty awkward that this is a Plains. Means we can't make the treasure on 2, so we might have to shock. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1 See? Shadow Skull can be relevant. Just pay 3 life. Not gonna lie, kinda sucks. Because I might also just want to smash. Tough call. Tough call there. So I can go for a Shatter Skull smashing this turn and get this speaker off the battlefield. Ooh. Does that change it? I think it does. Because now we can make treasure intervention sweep board. As long as they don't get a doggo. And we can counter a doggo if they go for that. Could also just play this tapped. And plan to go with that anyway. But dog is a pretty popular card right now. Heliod. Okay, another speaker is fine. Smork, smork. All right, are we getting played by a fight as one? Maybe? $23. We can wait one more turn. Like, this gets rid of angels, too. Like, we're okay. They're going to want to do something to make sure that they gain enough life. We could also slam Prismari there, but I think he'll just get Skyclaved or something. I want to slow roll it. I want to get this Mystical Dispute out of my hand more than most anything. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. Make your angels. Balling out of control over here. And does this work? Time to find out. Effective. Very effective. I think I'll hold this. Can hit most of the things in their deck, and we don't actually have an effective removal spell against smaller creatures. Redain, though. That sucks. That's not good for us. But I guess we'll play this creature. Hope it can stand up to them. So, we'll have 6 mana next turn either way. We can have 7 if we play this tapped. I guess we'll play it. Wish I'd played it last turn now. So, do you have removal? You have Broodmoth. Okay. More exilable effects. You love to see it. But we don't have a spell in the graveyard. We could discard the Opus. Yeah, worth it. Non-dragons. Wow, you got nothing. You got no graveyard, you got no hand. You got all basic lands. Got that castle. You know, sometimes you do what you can in this world. Let's see, we're at 11 there at 26. You could hold back the 1/1. I guess we should. We'll chill. We're the control deck. We have really powerful top decks. Maybe I should whittle down their life total a little bit so I don't have to worry about another Speaker of the Heavens immediately. I should have done it last turn if I was going to do it. Well, it's fine. Casual draw 5. Gain 5. Feels so good. Oops. I think getting the mana rock down makes it worth it. Wow. Opponent, why so many lands? When I do that playing mono white, I usually find the big red button, but our opponent wants to see it through. They're a warrior. They are a warrior. Oh, that sweet, sweet draw a billion. Yeah, you counting everything? If they make a 1-1, we're not going to kill it. I'm not going to kill it. We have to give them false hope. Otherwise, they'll never let us do the next Seagate restoration. Oh, are we going to get roped? Come on now. Come on now. This was delightful. You played 6 spells and 9 lands. I've drawn half my library and cast 7 mana sorceries. It's totally fair. Everything about this is fine. Yep, let him have this. Let him have it. Let him have it. Don't do anything. They might scoop. Don't do anything, or we're never gonna get to do this. It's so many cards. It's so many cards, you guys. Would you like to make a 1-1? All right, in response, because I wouldn't want you gaining that 1 life. We're going to kill this. He's a monster. CGB is a monster. All right. I'll deal 2 damage and make a treasure. They draw another land. It's fair. Shuffler's fine. Don't worry about it. Been there. CGB, why don't you have empathy for people who are not as lucky? Dude, the card's called Stomp. It's not called enjoy the, like, it's not called appreciate their feelings. It's called Stomp, and that's what we're here to do. If you need a content creator to validate your feelings, you're in the wrong place. I came to stomp.
Ikoria is familiar. I try to open the mind. You must first open the heart.
Let's not start. Let's not stop now. We still have 11 cards in our library to get through. Trying to give only the very best to my fans. Luminous Broodmoth. They found a card. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, all it is an ECD target for me, guys. Let's not get twisted. All right. Oh yeah. Resolve that Broodmoth trigger. All day, baby. I can do this all day. So, do we finish it? Opponent's been a good sport and all. How do we finish it? With 0 cards left in our library?
Begins within.
Would be a wrong time to get the math wrong. Be not a good move. 10 cards left. We could stomp for the win. But come on now. Come on now. 5. That's a content play. That's a content play. Draw the whole library. Opponent, why? Why Luris? Why the stupid rogues? Whatever. If it's rogues, we're probably not staying anyway. Too obnoxious, too boring. Vantress Gargoyle, huh? Do we have to get rid of that? Or do we let that be? Oh, I guess we can kill it with a command. That's pretty smooth. Let's get this off the battlefield forever. So this puts a second card into the graveyard, which means Prismari command can't get drowned in the lock. Let's hope they play another like cheap creature for the command to kill. If not, what do? We make a treasure? Treasure's fine. Something's got to cast this ultimatum. I guess we keep double white on tap for the Elspeth Conquers Death, right? Alright, so on end, they're going to put this ability on the stack. We don't want them to untap and do it. Oh, that's perfect. Yes, please. Alright, so with this ability on the stack, 2 damage, destroy target artifact. No mystical disputes. Oh, it's a sweet 2-for-1. But our graveyard is filling frantic very quickly. Oh, they didn't activate their gargoyle. Okay. So it's only 4 cards. Lurie? Furry Lurie? No? Okay. How about Narset? Can I has that? Probably a counter. Oh, you do have Mystical Dispute. You just drew it a little late. Okay. And a Thought Thief, of course. Of course. Wishes? What the heck are you doing? What are you gonna get against me? Probably just a negate, right? Something lame. But that probably means Narset comes down and stays on the battlefield. Covetous Urge. That's pretty gross. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. Well, it's a really expensive card, so it's going to take a long time to matter. And most of my good spells are too expensive anyway. They're out of your price range. What are we discarding here? Let's make that decision after we resolve the spell. That's the answer. They're kind of have to take the ultimatum, right? If I draw an untapped land that isn't white, that isn't exactly basic plains, which there's only one in the deck, I think. Maybe 2? But yeah, I have to draw exactly untapped plains to be unable to cast the ultimatum, so I think they have to take it, which is going to be a hard card for them to cast themselves. It's sorcery speed. They don't really want to. Dragon in the house. Expensive of 1 mind cast. 6 lands. God. How do I find another mystical dispute? I haven't drawn them in this matchup yet. So if they have an untapped land, maybe I'm supposed to play the ECD now just to tax them? That doesn't seem very good though. They're gonna shoot the Narset, right? So I should draw a card.
Strike with a cunning mind.
Cycle now, cycle later. Might as well do it now. Might change our play. Not good. So will they just slam the ultimatum into the untapped mana? I could top deck my own ultimatum. If, you know, I could top deck. I could top deck Magma Opus. Like, I have big spells. If they tap out, I should be able to punish them. This deck should be able to punish them. It just hasn't. Coward. It's probably right, though. Okay. I'll sacrifice you. Umbral, Juke, and Rogues, why not? And they tap out anyway. And I still can't draw anything to punish them. Okay. Do I hold this in case I can draw a Seagate Restoration? I think so. My hand's just not doing it right now. Can't recast Fae of Wishes, okay. You know what would be fun? Unsubstantiate. Return the Inspired Ultimatum to my hand. Divide by 0. Yeah. I did cut Divide by 0 from this deck, though. Sad but true. They know about the ECD, so they're trying not to play Lurrus, but they're going to do it. Okay. And they can't bring anything back. It's kind of weird. And I still can't draw anything to punish their ultimatum. So should I get rid of this and draw? I'm going to ECD it back at some point. Yeah, let's try to draw into an answer. If we're going to do that, we should thin first. Let's make sure that there's a land in the deck. Island, plains, there should still be a mountain. All right, draw a good card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's not enough to Shatter Skull both, though. If I just shatter the Soaring Thought Thief, that's pretty good, though. 1, 2, 1, 2. The ECD only hits this, so it's why I'm like pretty tunnel vision on getting it. Yeah, let's draw. We gotta draw something to take care of this Inspired Ultimatum. All we can hit is land. We just have nothing else that we can do. They're down to nothing. They're going to play this, right? Well, if they play it... They hit land, they drown in the lock this. 12 cards. No, they get taxed. So we can cast this next turn and kill both. And keep up appearances. So we still have another turn where we get to draw an extra card, and we might punish them for tapping out for this Inspired Ultimatum. Okay, still holding it. Hello. Hello. What do you think? Is that a counterspell? I think we go for the smashing here. If they don't have a counterspell and this resolves... All right, are we playing into a mystical dispute? All right, do it. Do it now. Okay, no counter. So next turn, they're probably going to go for the Inspired Ultimatum. When they do, we get to ultimatum them back. Then we're kind of even. They have a lower life total. We have an ECD going off. Coward! Alright. Alright. Kung Fu Narset. You know it's not an instant, right? Okay. Drown in the Lock. I should have had a stop on so I could add mana. If I had added mana, I could have cast Inspired Ultimatum with that mana. Not that it's... I don't think it's going to matter that much, but it's a tilt, right?
Breathe in. Exhale.
Bang. Yeah, never had the counter. Just posed like I did the whole time. Blood Chief's thirsty. Okay. Not enough mana to cast this. I mean, you can cast this, right? Am I crazy? You may cast that card. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. All right. Let's turn to the burn. Finish him. All right. I recommend opponent read their cards. I'm just kidding. I'm sure they knew they could cast it. Didn't they? Didn't they? All right, invading top 50. Don't mind me. 2 Opus, Bone Crusher. I mean, it's big mana. And the weird thing about this deck is how much it loves huge amounts of mana. So I guess we'll keep it. That is the bane. That is the bane of our existence right there. All right. Well, aren't we going to have some fun? So we want to get rid of the dog. Yeah, so I stomp one of these and hope that they protect it with the dog, because the dog's effect is free. Then we casket their 3-drop. Then we shatter skull, hopefully killing a couple of creatures on the 4-drop. Right? This can be white. Oh, we do need another red. So let's see, red. Oh, this is going to be easy to mess up. I've got to be careful. All right, I'm going to go blue on this one. We also need white. So maybe this is blue? Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I like being sure. See if they sacrifice their savior here. I hope so. If we target the savior itself, it sacrifices and we don't get a giant. All right. We might need that giant. There's a battlefield raptor breathing down our necks. Nay, scratch that. 2 battlefield raptors breathing down our necks. All right. It's an awkward draw. I need the Shatter Skull Smashing to connect. How do we get there? I could also just play this giant. If they tap out for a Skyclave Apparition, we can hit it with a Casket or a Smashing. And this cuts off at least 2 damage on the ground every turn. If they hit it with a Giant Killer, that's going to feel real bad, but it is what it is. They've got Luris. That's gross. So we have to exile the Luris, but they'll probably hold up mana to protect it. So how do we get rid of it? We don't. I think we're just going to die to this Luris potentially. That's a pretty good draw though. That at least cuts off their attacks for now. And we can start setting up for the Opus, which is another way that we compete with Luris. We might not be able to kill it. We can slow it down, and our big spells can hopefully do the killing for us. We're going to need to play this Casket as a mana rock. Next turn, we could Casket smash 2 things. Daxos. Ugh. But there's nothing right now making things grow. There's no Luminarch Aspirant, no Heliod, no Soaring Regimen yet. So they don't have good attacks. All right, so if we play Glass Casket, we can also smash, try to target 2 things. And then how much mana do we have next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 8. So we need to play this tapped this turn. And we need to play this Casket. I guess we can still try to smash 2 creatures. I mean, I'd love to get this. Pretty sure you're going to sacrifice something to protect it. But if you protect it from white, I guess you still have the Savior, right? Yeah, we can't smash it. Not without getting you to sack the Savior. Unless you forget about it, which you probably won't. So we smash the U2 so that they can only get back one protection creature next turn with their Luris. I guess they can sack Savior and just save the bounty, but they could also accidentally let this resolve. Either way, we just get the dog. But we're set up for Opus, which Opus can still be effective. No! We'll just have to get to 10 mana. Okay, they tapped out though, and they didn't get a dog. So their Luris is gonna die. Nice. I think they forgot that they didn't have a dog, because they tapped out for this Spellbinder. That's, ooh! Ooh! Oh, that's a big oops. That's a big oops. Oh, what a draw. Feel like that's emote worthy somehow. Oh my. Oh, the destruction. How are they still playing? That's what I thought. Oh my goodness. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and let's check out the stats powered by untap.gg. Free download below. At least give it a shot. See if you like it as your new tracker tool of choice. It does support the channel, so go ahead and hit those links. Also, it has this sweet deck list. If you've clicked on my deck list recently, it's got a pretty sweet deck list display that gives you a good view of the cards. I really like it. And you can hit copy to arena right here if you guys are looking for that way to export my deck lists. And yeah, we rebuilt our rank a little bit today. Felt good. And we got an 80% win rate with the deck at 4-1. It did take a bit of time. You see, 1 hour, 5 games. It's a control deck. What can you say? The loss was to Rogues. Probably not going to include it. Took a long time. Was very boring, as Rogues often is. But then we managed to get a little bit of revenge on an odd Covetous Urge, Fae of Wishes, Vantress Gargoyle build. I don't know if that really counts. But we definitely did the job against White. That Grixis, that Reanimator pile was a much tougher matchup than expected. But the raw power of I was going to say Emergent Ultimatum. Heck no, Inspired Ultimatum was able to shine through. So, pretty good day. I'm excited to hear about your experiences on Ladder. And yeah, let me know how it goes if you try out the deck. I know that there are some mythics in there with Galazeth Prismari, Magma Opus, and some rares that maybe you don't always want in Draconic Intervention, but I think it's a very fun deck. I had a really good time playing it, and I think you should try it out as well. So on that note, we're going to do a quick dedication and thank those who have signed up for a membership. Below, hit the join button. You can support the channel as well. And in your honor, we purchase cosmetics when there are sweet cosmetics to be purchased. So today, in the honor of, where did my screen go that has the name? I can't say this name. In honor of this person, Wojciech Kajden. Kajden? I don't know. We're getting a Demonic Pact, because Demonic Pact is cool. So, check out the benefits, hit the join button below. Thank you for the support, and thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.